My name is Devin Burke. I'm CEO of Universal Cargo Management. I'm here with my management team, and we're bringing together 25 years of experience in business to bring you 7 HR tips to managing your human resources.
The firing process is really a painful one that it's very hard for anyone to be involved in, but unfortunately sometimes it is a necessary part of business. And really the first step in the firing process is to make sure it's not a surprise to anyone. The employee should be given plenty of chances to improve and warnings when mistakes are made. And really that's the first aspect of firing before the firing process really starts. Scott?
Well, your point about not being a surprise is really important. You should give them every chance to improve. You should work with them if their performance is subpar, their attitude is bad. There should be a series of documented meetings where you're explaining very clearly exactly what's wrong, what you expect, and giving them the tools to change. So it isn't just get better now, I insist. But whatever is causing the problem, help them solve it and see if you can get them back on their feet. So if it does come to a firing, everybody saw it coming. It's no surprise. If it is one of those sudden situations where they've stolen something or punched somebody or shown up drunk, that may be sudden, but it shouldn't be a surprise. It should be clear to everyone on the team, this is the kind of behavior that will get you canned today without a process. So it's never a surprise to anybody. And they've had an opportunity, if that's appropriate, for them to actually change and grow. This
is something that a lot of employees should consider if unfortunately they're involved in the firing process, is to let the employee go in a positive way with some sort of a positive spin to it by giving them proper motivation and push so that hopefully they can go on to greater and bigger things. And it may be that it didn't work out in this particular company or this particular position, but that does not mean that this employee does not have a bright future in a different company or a different position. So as the person involved in the firing process, it's important to actually, give them a little bit of nice, sent off message so that
you're fired, but I like
they're able to pick up where they're, in a good situation.
There should be some honor and some respect involved. I mean, first thing, I always do a first thing in the morning. I've been playing this where they don't, and I can't figure out how you can bring somebody in and get a full day's work out of them and fire them at the end of the day. It's just wrong. If it's going to happen, just do it first thing, pay them for the day, let them go, and show some compassion, show some respect, honor them a little bit in the process. Now, if they're just plain difficult and argumentative and in denial, and they're not accepting any kind of input,
I'm not fired, you're fired.
Then just make it quick. Let them have their say, let them talk it out, and then when they're done, yeah, I'm very sorry you feel that way, but we're still going to move forward with this. Don't let them draw you into an argument or make you defend your position. Your position doesn't need defense. You've already come to this conclusion for good reasons. But if they're not argumentative, it's possible this could be a good experience for them. It won't be a pleasant experience. It never is. But it could be formative for them. I fired a guy many years ago. He just couldn't be on time. It was impossible for him. And I told him, the next time you're late, just hand in your keys. You're gone. Next day he walked in late, whistling, thinking it was okay. So we fired him on the spot. And we found out about a year later, I ran into him socially, and he thanked me for it. He said, he certainly didn't thank me that day. He was upset. But he said, no one's ever called me on that before. And I learned that was something I had to grow in, and there were actually consequences to not behaving the way I was supposed to. So it was actually something positive for him. And there was no need to make him feel bad about it. We just moved him along.
I really enjoyed being fired by you today.
Well, Devin, is it ever okay to burn your bridges?
No. And I can tell you by examples, I'm not going to give the specifics, but we had a number of people that worked for our company, and for one reason or another, they ended up finding a better job. They felt comfortable somewhere else, or we had to kind of push them away because they weren't performing. But each time we ended up talking with the person and saying, do you really feel like you're going to be angry by leaving this company and you want to attack our company in some way? And so we're able to get everything out, and let their voice be heard, and we let them know exactly why we're letting them go, or they let us know exactly why they feel they don't belong here. And there was always like a friendship still, so that we really didn't burn bridges. And since then, we've actually had people come back to our our company picnics, and we've had I've run into someone in the recent past that is no longer with our company, and we're still friends. And he's actually happier because he started his own business and learned a lot from being in our company. So it's definitely got to make it a win-win whenever possible. You don't want something that's going to come back and bite you later because you left them let them go in a very angry way and you demean them and stuff like that.
That pretty much does it for our hiring and firing session. We thank you very much for joining us today, and we hope you join us on our future episodes. Thank you very much.
You're fired.